Right now, a man charged in the murder of his girlfriend's child is heading back to court soon. What recently obtained documents are showing leading up to the little girl's death.
Plus, Governor Evers is proposing a tax cut to help families struggling with inflation as Tim Michaels tours Kenosha on the second anniversary of the deadly protest there.
And later, the city of Sun Prairie is scrambling to find enough taxi drivers for the community. How they plan to fix the problem. Welcome to News 3 Now. Marshawn Giles will be back in court this week, facing sexual assault and murder charges in the killing of his girlfriend's toddler in Madison this spring. Today, investigative reporter Naomi Coles got documents shedding new light on the months leading up to her death.
And Naomi joins us now. Naomi, you've reported before the CPS had been called about this case several days before the child's murder. Police said at the time they tried to remove the child, but it never happened here. Do these reports show that there were other calls as well?
Quite a few, in fact. These new records show that CPS had been called on the suspect in this murder twice in the past for reports of abuse on Marshawn's own children, but that actually isn't even all. 5 times in all, someone picked up a phone and called Child Protective Services on either Marshawn Giles or the toddler's home before this child died on the west side in the spring. Twice in 2019 and 2018, 2 separate CPS agencies, including Dane County, could not substantiate abuse against Marshawn Giles' own children. 2 other times, Dane County screened out CPS reports in 2014 and then last year, meaning the allegation itself would not have been abuse if substantiated. And then comes what we knew already, the 5th call, just days before this little girl's death.
This man has a long criminal history and a recent DOC warrant.
These reports are mandated by the state for any child death in Wisconsin, and they confirm many details that I previously reported from criminal court records. But we're also learning the toddler's 2 siblings are back with their mom, who the CPS investigation found had also neglected the toddler who was killed. The family is also now getting services from Dane County. Now, something else of note in these records, this is the 3-month report on the death from the state's Department of Children and Families. There's a note in these reports to expect a 6-month report. We won't know until then if the state is going to make recommendations for CPS policy changes because of this death.
Naomi, thank you. And we're also following breaking news at this hour. News 3 Now has learned 2 groups of defense lawyers are filing a lawsuit suing the governor and the state's public defender board, arguing that defendants in Wisconsin don't have access to timely legal representation. They're calling this a constitutional crisis, saying defendants who don't have the means to hire their own attorneys often don't get legal representation in a timely manner, and they point to underfunding as a big source of the problem and say the state's legislative and executive branches have failed to fix the problem, which leads to this lawsuit. The state's public defender office responded in the past few minutes saying they'll be asking for more resources in the next state budget to retain, recruit, and better pay attorneys to address the backlog in caseload. And the News 3 Now investigates reporter Naomi Coles dug into this issue last month, finding there are about 64,000 cases sitting on the desks of public defenders as of May of this year, and that's up from 32,000 before the pandemic. Naomi's still digging into that lawsuit. We'll have more coverage tomorrow, but you can find Naomi's full investigative report at channel3000.com.
Right now, Middleton police are investigating what they're calling a suspicious incident. Around noon yesterday, a 16-year-old girl told police she was walking on Parmenter Street, a couple blocks away from Middleton High School. That's when a white semi-tractor with a white trailer pulled up next to her. A man reportedly got out of the vehicle and asked if she had a boyfriend. The girl says she did not respond and ran away. She described the suspect as a taller, skinny, fit black man with slightly longer hair and gold teeth on the top and the bottom. So far, Middleton police say they haven't received any information to lead them to believe this was an attempted abduction.
Time to check your certified most accurate forecast now. Here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
Another great day across southern Wisconsin today. Lots of sunshine, temperatures in the lower 80s. Let's take a look at visible cloud track. Not much in the way of cloud cover here other than those fair weather cumulus clouds that pop up in the afternoon. Northern parts of the state have seen a couple of showers and thunderstorms, but you can see as they try to push south of Wausau, they just fizzle out. And right now, 6-hour future track radar shows any additional showers and storms will stay north of Green Bay over toward Door County. High temperatures today, lower 80s through much of southern Wisconsin. Milwaukee, the warm spot today at 85 degrees. But as we take a look at current temperatures, they're still in the upper 70s to the lower 80s. Right now, 80 degrees in Boscobel, 79 degrees in Waukesha. Here in Madison, temperatures 81, but across Dane County, it's 79 in Cross Plains and in Mount Horeb, and then to the east, 81 degrees in McFarland and Stoughton. Look for skies to be mostly clear this evening. It'll be mild, temperatures dropping only into the upper 60s. We'll see some areas of fog overnight, but rain is on the way for tomorrow night. I'll have more on that in the forecast in just a few minutes.
We now know the identity of the sedan driver killed in a crash involving a semi over the weekend on I-3990. 59-year-old Paul Nielsen of Elkhorn was pronounced dead at the scene of the crash on August 21st. Preliminary results confirmed Nielsen died as a result of injuries sustained in the crash. State Patrol officials say the semi was traveling northbound when it rear-ended the sedan Nielsen was driving. The semi then veered left, crashing into the median, rolling over, blocking the southbound lanes. The semi driver was able to get out of the vehicle on his own and was taken to a local hospital. We also know the names of 2 people killed in a 2-car crash in Sun Prairie over this weekend. Police say 21-year-old Vicky Wendt and 23-year-old Kobe Vickerman Barnes were both from Cuba City. They died Saturday night after a crash on Reiner Road and Innovation Way. 2 people in the other vehicle were treated for non-life-threatening injuries. It is unclear what caused the crash.
Governor Evers in Milwaukee today to discuss his proposed child tax credit for working Wisconsinites. He was joined by Milwaukee Mayor Cavalier Johnson, Department of Revenue Secretary Peter Barca, and more. As a part of his biennial budget, Governor Evers has proposed $600 million in tax relief for working families with a $4 billion budget surplus that's expected to rise over the next year. The governor looking to send credits to caregivers who are having trouble getting back to work.
I hear leaders on the other side of the aisle say that they want to give taxpayers' money back to taxpayers, but I've yet to see it. Time and time again, I laid out plans to do just that, including some of these proposals I'm talking about today, and they've downright refused. So let's put our money where our mouth is. Let's show up for the people of our state. Let's get this money back to Wisconsinites who can really use it.
Governor says he hopes the legislature will support his proposal, which he says will give a 15% tax cut to the heart of the middle class.
Meanwhile, Governor Evers' political opponent Tim Michels toured the streets of Kenosha 2 years after the police shooting of Jacob Blake. That shooting set off riots in Kenosha that ultimately led to the shooting deaths of 2 people. Michels was joined by Janesville House Republican Brian Stile and Attorney General candidate Eric Toney for a tour of property that was damaged during the protest 2 years ago. During a roundtable, Michels blamed the current leadership in Madison for allowing the violence.
November is about change in Madison. November is about change of leadership and people, business owners, law enforcement having confidence that a governor will stand up and not allow this to happen again.
Michels released a video ahead of his Kenosha tour that included footage of Governor Evers from 2020 saying he had no regrets about his response to the Kenosha violence and wouldn't change anything he had done.
The Republican-controlled state legislature asking a judge to dismiss a lawsuit challenging Wisconsin's 173-year-old abortion ban. That law would force victims of rape and incest to carry their pregnancies to term, only permitting the procedure if it's considered a threat to the mother's life. Attorney General Josh Kaul argues that the ban conflicts with a 1985 Wisconsin law that allows abortions before a fetus is grown enough that it could survive outside the womb. But Republicans say the statutes enacting the ban remain in effect regardless of that 1985 law. New at 6, some people in Sun Prairie just want to get to the doctor, the grocery store, or school. Instead, they often find themselves sitting and waiting.
A city-sponsored taxi service, which families and senior citizens have relied on for years, is struggling to keep up with demand. Tahlil Mohideen shares how city leaders are dealing with what they consider an emergency.
In a place where demand for rides to important places is high, so are the wait times for a taxi at Colonial View in Sun Prairie.
Unfortunately, some of them have had to cancel their doctor's appointments.
Staff at the senior apartment complex say the city-funded taxi service has been helpful over the years, but lately it's been unreliable.
We learned that there was only one driver that was going to be available for our shared ride taxi service.
Staffing shortages are often leading to 2-hour wait times over the past few weeks. Meanwhile, reduced hours means no rides in the morning or early afternoon, when most people here need to get to the doctor.
That's why we're treating this essentially as an emergency situation.
Sun Prairie hired Running Inc. to provide its rideshare service a few years ago. The pandemic impacted things, but it's gotten worse recently.
We understand the severity of that, and we are using literally every lever that is available to us to try and get back to a state of normalcy.
The city's first approach is to pay the company more, hoping the extra cash will attract more drivers.
Just simply since that's who we have the contract with, and we want to be able to exhaust that option.
If that doesn't work, the city is considering hiring an additional taxi service or pay people who have to find their own rides. But that option is a last resort.
One, that's a very logistically difficult program to run in-house, and two, that still requires folks to pay a full amount for a private fare up front, which some lower income folks, that's just not a possibility.
Still, it may come to that in a city where there's growing demand to find a fix. In Sun Prairie, Tahlil Muhiddin, News 3 Now.
Sun Prairie is also looking at longer-term solutions like partnering with Madison Metro to create bus connections in that part of Dane County. Coming up on News 3 Now at 6, alarming new data from a study on cases of advanced stage cervical cancer in the United States.
Plus a mystery illness killing dozens of dogs in a neighboring state. What investigators believe is the cause.
It's dangerous up here, and it's no fun shopping around for a reputable contractor. I've built my company on the promise to treat our customers like we would our own family. That means an honest, no-pressure sales experience, expert craftsmanship, and a lifetime guarantee of our work. We know Gutter Shutter is the best system for you and your home, and we'd love to show you how it can keep you safe and off that ladder forever. So call us or visit us online to set up your free estimate, and we can show you what Gutter Shutter and the Larson Home Experience is all about.
Fjords has been crafting beautifully designed functional furniture since 1941. Every aspect of Fjords furniture has been carefully engineered to create a higher level of relaxation. Right now at the Century House, purchase any Fjords furniture and receive up to 20% off. All models, all sizes, all colors. Experience the unmatched relaxation you can only achieve in Fjords furniture. Relaxation made beautiful. Visit the Century House at 3420 University Avenue in Madison or online at centuryhouseinc.com.
At Bachman Pools and Spas, we have 25 hot tubs on display.
Several models available for immediate delivery.
For a limited time, all new hot spring spas come with a revolutionary freshwater salt system for free.
That's a $1,200 value.
You owe it to yourself to experience soft, natural, healthy water.
Hurry in to take advantage of special 0% interest for 60 months. Plus, get a free freshwater salt system.
Relax, it's Bachman's.
Oh, great. My wireless bill just went up.
Should have gone with US Cellular. They aren't raising prices on any of their plans.
Seriously?
Yeah, my price won't increase.
Well, that is refreshing. I feel like everywhere you turn these days, prices are going up.
Supply chain got us too. Don't get me started on the overhead costs.
At US Cellular, every plan for everyone is price protected.
You know, I respect a female entrepreneur.
US Cellular, where every plan is price protected.
Welcome back. There is alarming new data from a study which suggests cases of advanced stage cervical cancer are rising in the U.S. While the rate of early stage cervical cancer decreased in the U.S. from 2001 to 2018, the International Journal of Gynecological Cancer reports that more cases of advanced stage 4 cervical cancer increased at an annual rate of 1.3%. The sharpest increase was in white women, especially in the South, among those ages 40 to 44. Rates also increased among black women, and this group is also most affected overall by the disease.
If you don't come for screenings, we can't find cancers early. They only present when you have symptoms, and very often symptoms means an advanced or late stage cancer.
Atlanta OBGYN Dr. Reddy says that's why annual exams are critical. Smoking is another risk factor, and since most cervical cancers are caused by the human papilloma virus, Reddy says those eligible for the HPV vaccine should get one. Findings show white teens have the lowest rate of HPV vaccination.
State officials in Michigan are looking into the mysterious death of more than 20 dogs. Investigators are now checking to see if a new strain of Parvo virus is the cause. Parvo, highly contagious. It's spread through contaminated stool. It affects dogs' gastrointestinal tracts. Unvaccinated dogs and puppies are most at risk. Symptoms include vomiting, lethargy, and loss of appetite. Veterinarians say the key to keeping your dog safe is to make sure they're up to date on their vaccinations. But if they're not vaccinated,
I would be avoiding high traffic dog areas where we don't know the vaccine status of those other dogs.
Now, it doesn't appear the outbreak is limited to that one county in Michigan. Officials with the Otsego County Animal Shelter say they've heard of many counties in central and northern Michigan are affected as well. Still ahead, a UW campus about to get a little extra help delivering food to students this year.
Plus, a paralyzed veteran gets a new mode of transportation. How his new ride will help him participate in some of his favorite activities. And the nice weather continues, but for how long? Gary's back with the complete forecast after this.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
These guys will buy our house without even seeing it.
Online buyers make offers that seem attractive at first, only to lower or cancel at the last minute. We Buy Ugly Houses won't reduce or cancel our firm cash offers before closing. Call or click to sell quick.
It's Steinhaffel's Furniture and Mattress Superstore's Labor Day sale. Start with store-wide savings of 35 to 65%. Plus, take advantage of tons of bonus buys. Mattresses, dining, sofas, bedrooms, and more. It's all on sale. And with Steinhaffel's special financing, your furniture just got more affordable. It's Steinhaffel's Labor Day sale. Shop now and find great deals in-store and online at steinhaffels.com. Relax, it's Steinhaffel's.
Velco Factory Direct. What does that mean? It means no middleman, no overpriced, underperforming windows. Factory Direct means getting what you want, when you want, without breaking the bank. It means when you buy one window, you'll get one free. Yes, free. It means quality craftsmanship, custom designs, and a lifetime warranty. Most importantly, it means a team of window professionals dedicated to one thing above all, your delight. Buy one window, get one free. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Velco.
Before treating your chronic migraine, 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more, you're not the only one with questions about Botox. Botox prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine before they even start, with about 10 minutes of treatment once every 3 months. So ask your doctor if Botox is right for you, and if a sample is available.
Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
In a survey, 92% of current users said they wish they talked to their doctor and started Botox sooner. Plus, right now, you may pay $0 for Botox. Learn how AbbVie could help you save on Botox.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
Maybe these guys will buy our house.
What could go wrong?
Like rookie home buyers who can lower or cancel offers without notice. We Buy Ugly Houses won't reduce or cancel our firm cash offers before closing. Call or click to sell quick.
Welcome back. A paralyzed veteran will now be able to get around easier thanks to a generous donation. News 3 Now was there when U.S. Army veteran Irvin Mulkey found out he was getting a brand new action track chair.
We want you to have this.
Are you serious?
Yeah. We do.
Holy frick.
Well, the Wisconsin chapter of Paralyzed Veterans of America received the track chair from property law specialists. It'll help ensure Mulkey has the accessibility to participate in adaptive sports, hunting, fishing, and other outdoor activities from now on.
What this chair is going to do for me is, wow. I mean, I'm going to be able to go more places with my son. You know, it's going to give me even that much more freedom than I've strived very hard to get, and not just stay sitting on a couch.
Mulkey said he's headed to Denver this weekend for the National Lacrosse Tournament. He credits Adaptive Sports and PVA for keeping him alive after struggling with the aftermath of his paralyzation. Check now back in with Gary. A complete look at your forecast. Gary?
Well, things looking pretty nice for tomorrow, but some changes after that. We have to get past a little bit of patchy fog for tonight, but the better chances of fog will probably be tomorrow night and Thursday night, and 3 things you need to know. Look for high temperatures in the lower 80s for tomorrow. We'll drop back into the 70s for Thursday and Friday. and then be back in the lower 80s for this weekend, along with a little more humidity. And as we check out the thunderstorm chances, they're going to be highest tomorrow night into Thursday, especially during Thursday morning. High-resolution Doppler radar right now, nothing going on across southern Wisconsin, but there have been a couple of isolated showers and thunderstorms up in the north-central part of the state, up around Rhinelander, over toward Minocqua. These are heading more toward the Green Bay and Door County area, and that shows up pretty well on the 6-hour future track radar. So we're not looking for anything to move across our viewing area here in southern Wisconsin. There will be some rain in the forecast again for tomorrow night into Thursday. Looking across the area as a whole, most areas probably about 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch of rain. It's just a few bands where there could be a heavier thunderstorm that dumps a 1/2 inch to an inch of rain. Those are few and far between, and it's hard to predict exactly who's going to get them at this point, but be aware that there is the potential, at least for a little bit of heavier rain. And then as we head from the weekend into the early part of next week, another round of showers and thunderstorms will bring a more general 1 to 1.5 inches of rain across much of southern Wisconsin. Weather track right now, upper level winds from the north bringing in drier air. You can see high pressure located just off to the east. Winds are generally light out of the south and southwest, keeping our temperatures in the lower 80s here, a few places in the upper 70s, but those dew point temperatures pretty comfortable. Upper 50s to the lower 60s. Tomorrow should be a very similar day to today. For tonight, overnight low temperatures 59 Madison, 60 in Windsor with mostly clear skies, a little patchy fog overnight, 60 for the overnight low temperature in Brooklyn, and then for the rest of southern Wisconsin, low temperatures upper 50s to lower 60s. Again, patchy fog a possibility, 63 in Monroe. To the west, 59 degrees for the overnight low temperature in Lone Rock. For tomorrow, mostly sunny skies, continued warm, high temperature at 82. And then as we head from tomorrow night into Thursday morning, that's when the best chances for showers and thunderstorms come in. You can see midnight on early Thursday morning, some showers and storms moving through much of southern Wisconsin. They shift south and east of Madison during the morning hours, but then during the afternoon, a few pop-up showers and thunderstorms. Not everybody will see them. High temperatures will end up in the middle to upper 70s. And those rainfall amounts, areas that get a heavier thunderstorm could see up to 1 inch of rain. Other areas might see very little, 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch of rain. 7 to 10 day forecast. Those temperatures low or upper 70s for Thursday and Friday, lower 80s for the weekend. Then the thunderstorm chances. That's followed by a trend toward cooler weather. Highs in the mid 70s for the end of next week.
Students at UW-Eau Claire will soon be able to get food delivered by robots. 15 Kiwi bots will be joining campus this fall. Sodexo is the food service vendor on campus and is providing the robots through a contract with Kiwi bots. UW-Eau Claire's campus director says this can help with staffing in the dining halls and potentially limit the burden of any staff shortages that may come up.
The food industry has suffered with labor for sure since COVID, and so being able to have food delivered to students, of course, cuts that labor piece out of it. So yes, it could help with staffing, it could help with labor hours.
All students have to do is download the Everyday app and then place an order and delivery location. Students can start using the robots on September 6th. UW-Madison has been using similar delivery bots since 2019. Our own Mark Kane did a story on them earlier this year, and you can find his story on channel3000.com.
It's go time for the Packers' second-round pick, Christian Watson, trying to get up to speed before the season begins. We're going to hear from the rookie on his mentality heading into the final weeks of camp.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
With the right tools and a little hard work, you can do it yourself. And with the right kind of paint, you can finish the job faster. Pittsburgh Paints and Stains exceeds your expectations with products that can cover your walls in one coat. So instead of another coat of paint, you can finally get outside. One coat paint means time better spent. Pittsburgh Paints and Stains, exclusively at Menards.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Donate today.
Here's to real flavors, real meals, real good. All of
Chef Knorr's high-quality pasta and rice sides are now made with no artificial flavors or preservatives. Knorr, taste for good.
Made in America is more than just a slogan. It's smart policy. When we manufacture things here, our shelves are stocked, and it creates jobs you can raise a family on. Like my parents had. My mom was a teacher, and my dad worked third shift. I'm tired of the excuses from millionaires running the Senate. I'll bring manufacturing back here, so folks like you who actually earn your paychecks finally get a fair shot. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
For 25 years, Capital Bank has been Madison's personal tailor when it comes to business banking. But make no mistake, the investment in our customers has made more than a stitch of difference in Dane County. We attribute our growth to our meaningful customer relationships where we focus on earning your trust, not just your money. When you succeed, we succeed. Capital Bank, tailored service, experienced bankers, locally invested.
It's a day-long fundraiser featuring live music, games, food, and beer.
Tomorrow, we'll share the inspiring message behind Palooza and how you can be a part of it.
Plus, we're tracking our next chance for showers and thunderstorms. That's tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7.
The countdown to the regular season is at 19 days, and for Christian Watson, that means a shorter window to get up to speed after being on the PUP list to start training camp. The rookie receiver started participating in 11-on-11 drills a couple days ago and said after practice this afternoon, he knows he's got to make up for the time he couldn't suit up and immerse himself in those plays. Adding right now, he feels good, like he's making progress this week, and now it's all about locking in.
Got to go out there and compete as hard as I can and continue to make strides. For me, it's just locking in on everything and making sure that when I make a mistake, I'm not making that mistake again. Because obviously there's less time for me to be making those mistakes. So I mean just to really lock it in and learn from my mistakes quickly, because obviously like I said, I don't have that much time to transition.
Pair of former Badgers are no longer with the Packers. Danny Davis, who has been out with an ankle injury, was released by the team this afternoon. He signed with the Packers as an undrafted free agent in May, and sources say that Cole Van Lanen is being traded to the Jaguars. Wisconsin football is projected to win the WIAC title once again. According to a recent preseason poll, the Warhawks are the defending conference champions and have captured 13 of the last 16 WIAC titles. Nationally, Whitewater enters the 2022 season ranked 4th in Division III. Their season kicks off on September 3rd at St. John's, and their home opener is slated for September 10th. A pair of Wisconsin women's soccer players are being recognized for their performances in Week 1 of the season. Aiden McConnell earns Defensive Player of the Week alongside teammate Erin McKinney, who is the co-goalie of the week. The Badgers opened the 2022 season with 2 games in Texas, a scoreless draw against 7th-ranked TCU, then shutting out Baylor 2-0. McKinney posted a career-high 10 saves at Baylor, while McConnell played every minute of the 2 games, defending 13 corner kicks against the Horned Frogs. The Brewers' first game against the Dodgers ended in exciting fashion, leading 1-0 heading into the 9th. They played 3 runs, all while keeping the Dodgers scoreless. It's the first time the Crew has shut out the Dodgers since 2019, but not just that. The Brewers become the first team this season to keep the Dodgers scoreless at their home stadium. Impressive showing from Eric Lauer and the Brewers bullpen. Game 2 is tonight at 9:10.
Let's see if they can string a couple together. Gary, final check of the forecast.
Pretty nice out there. There's live view from the WISC Skycam. Mostly sunny skies on the west side of Madison. The Platteville-Queen Radio Skycam showing plenty of sunshine as well. Current temperatures, upper 70s to lower 80s. Right now, 81 in Madison, 80 degrees in Boscobel, 79 in Mineral Point. Across Dane County, temperatures 79 in Middleton and 81 in Edgerton.
Gary, thanks. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Have a great evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.